A pleasant good evening to each and everyone in Georgetown, Guyana, the diaspora and elsewhere. Friends all. I would like you to subscribe to my channel and press the bell so you get the next updated video. Even if though you don't like what I'm saying, but the only way for you to understand what I'm saying is to hear it directly coming from me and not a second party. Today, and I will say it again, my condolence goes out to the people in Palestine and also the innocent Jews that lost their life. But it amazes me to see in this modern time, politicians all over the world, they play with everything else. Today, murders could be considered a gift, a way of life, especially if you have friends in the right places and nobody can question you. What brings me to the message make I have to talk about that? First, let me take time to congratulate the Guyana ambassador in the United Nations for the way she carried herself and her elegant way of speaking, even though she might be from the Amerindian descendant, and her aura that she put into the United Nations. But first, we have to congratulate our people when good happened, because we had a lot of good ones and we had some stupid ones. So what can we say? They all come in the package. Yesterday in question, President Lula of Brazil in the United Nations General Meeting of condemning Israel, he used an English language word about Israel is carrying out not genocide, not murder. He says like the Holocaust. Immediately he was met with opposition and interruption, stated the choice of word was bad, it's anti-Semitic. But isn't the Arab the same? Friends, sometimes wrong must be right, and right must be wrong. I call upon the United States government, since it offends our president and it offends our general secretary and it offends the Secretary of State and many Americans because it's English language, and I think President Lula of Brazil had a right to his feelings and what he says, whether we like it or not. Is Portuguese mixed with native Indian, and the truth must be the truth. Now, if we cannot call what we are witnessing on the news and call it a Holocaust, then we should call it a criminal cost or a devil cost. Because we are living to witness people are killing, blowing up buildings, killing children, women, men, not even a sling and shot in their hand like the days of David and Goliath. We are bombing their building, we are bombing a hospital, we are killing journalists who's exposing it and even attacking their family. And we shut our mouth because they are our friends. But there is a God, ladies and gentlemen. He who backs a criminal is just a criminal himself. You cannot be aiding and abetting in a crime so massive when the whole world is sitting down and looking at you. America, England, and elsewhere. We feel for our Jewish brothers and sisters in World War II, like we feel for the men and the women in every country in Europe that was bombed and actually wiped off the map by Adolf Hitler. But today, our friends can do no wrong. Sometimes I ask myself, are we really civilized or uncivilized? In Brazil today, the opposition and others gathered together to say President Lula would have to resign because he talked in the United Nations about the Holocaust. What's wrong with the language? If that is what he called it and what he see, then we should call it murder. Because these are innocent people. If you are a mother and you have children, How would you like to see the bombs dropping and killing your husband and your children and maybe blow your legs out? But yet, when someone stand up to condemn it, you condemn the innocent people instead of the real criminal. Now, if that is an anti-Semitic word of the Holocaust, I call upon the president and all governors in America, open the prison door and release all prisoners who commit murder to people. Because it seems like that is the right thing to do. And therefore I call upon all patriotic human beings, do not convict a criminal for a murder crime, since knowing it's against the law when you call it murder, genocide, or you find a name suitable and call people criminals. It seems like our friends can do no wrong, and that is why this world is falling apart. We have seen a lot of things happening in the past, all over the world. Today, you have war in Africa, problem in Pakistan, India. All over there is people rising up fighting for land, fighting for power. It has to stop, ladies and gentlemen. This is much more civilized time than the past. But we are the ones are responsible for it because we vote these opportunists into office and call them big ones, such as you in Guyana and the third world. If you check out, we drove the European out of India, Africa, China, the Caribbean and Guyana, and we put our own, and they are 10 times worse than the European. Look at in Guyana, at present moment, teachers is on strike. But I get to understand the Vice President Barry Jack, though it's alleged, I'm going to keep saying it steady, say it's a political affair. But when David Granger was in power, I think the same teachers was on the street fighting for a raise of pay. I wonder if that one also was a political struggle. Friends, politicians. The worst of all politicians, thieves, liars, criminals, they turn the language to suit them. As it says, he who plays the music, he who blows the bugle, Counter Burnham called the tune. So why are we have a lot of dances with the tune if you don't like it? But there is a God. You could call it Holocaust. You could call it devil cause, sinful cause. God knows the cause. And he will soon answer. But we all are innocent people. And we will suffer, or might suffer, because of the mistake we make by electing corrupt politicians who we put our trust in their hands. And today, they close their eyes and deaf their ears on injustice. Why, ladies and gentlemen? If I can change history, I would have let the Jews come to Guyana and save the life of one child, much less so much thousands. Save one person from losing a leg or an arm, or damage the face and the sight. Instead of going that, I would have liked to put them in Guyana, because I know the Jews are like Indians. They love money. They love to develop. And they're very, very thing like the Indian. I don't know how the Indian and the Jews would make out in Guyana. And you, the blacks, are you quick to get into confrontation, fight, kill, and robbed? They would have wiped you all off the face of the earth. Ladies and gentlemen, what is justice? And who needs it? What happened on the 7th of October should have never happened, but you got the most secure border. It's a question that needs to be asked. Today we are killing journalists who are exposing it, and nobody's saying anything. We're killing their family. We're blowing up hospitals. We are arresting doctors, it's alleged according to the news, and nobody's saying nothing. We create a food shortage, water problem, electricity problem, but yet you mustn't give it a name. Well, if that is not genocide, and that is not what they call the Holocaust, then it is right out murder. We have to come together to put an end to it. That is why I respect South Africa. Stand up for human rights and dignity. You cannot be in a man's country and bulldozing his properties, killing them, shooting them in the mass or the temple, whatever it is, and want it to be right. My friends, I am not God. I will not judge you. He shall and will judge you soon. I see all the Arabs are sitting and they're negotiating, talking while the killing going on. If you are my friend and you do not listen to me, I must turn my back on you and let you go on it by yourself. But if I am aiding and abetting in your crime, then I am also a part of your crime. You could turn it around. Why, when people speak out against injustice, they got to fear for their life or their family life? Are you God? I don't even think Lucifer would do something. But nevertheless, we are living in the 21st century. Excuse me. Only to experience what is happening. To witness what is happening. I remember as a little boy and heard what happened in World War II with the innocent Jews and many other nations in Poland, Holland, and all others. I said to myself, it must never happen again. And yes, they were looking for the SS all over Central and South America to bring them to trial for the crime they put out against our human brothers and sisters, cause them to lose life and sufferment. And I'm talking about the Jews, but what about the other set of people? We always hear about 6 million Jews every year. What happened to 200-something million people? Are they not human beings? It's a shame when we can take side and talk about our own. How will we, living in America or in any country, allow people to enter, give them rights, and later they're bulldozing our property and killing us and shooting at us? Putting border is not fair. My friends, sometimes I ask, these politicians, well, I will leave it there because President Lula in Brazil stand up for human rights, respect, and dignity. Peace with the man and his nation. And let it be known to Guyanese, Brazil always to the rescue of Guyana when Venezuela act up. From Burnham time to now, I think Mr. Ali should open up the highway properly, and Brazil can use Guyana frontier to ship the commodities around the world and even accept it through Guyana instead of coming through the Panama Canal. You will cut the distance, the time, and everything will be on time. Friends, this is not the time that we must support killers. So I do not see that the president of Brazil had made a mistake there. He called it the way he saw it. And that is his opinion. Are we going to blame a man if he said the devil is God because of his opinion? No. We have to try to show him that our God is better. So the man is talking what he sees, but we can't hear him. So, Mr. Ali, let it be known to you, Brazil was always there with us. Today, I received a call late last night, but today I want to tell you. You're developing all over Guyana, and they cannot see it. And the opposition, when they were in power, Even the hydro burner try to bring out did not be successful. So what are we talking about? And yes, they call the Indian the installed government, but all government was installed in Guyana. Today, if we say put an Amerindian as your leader, administrate by the rest, so people say, what's wrong with Karaya? Huh? We are the majority. Them Bok people not educated. Somebody should get the clipping of the Amerindian ambassador in the United Nations and see how the young woman address the nation and the world. And check her English out. She didn't talk about the Panama slave trade. She talks in general and introduces people. Friends, I wonder, when you could call a crime something else, but nevertheless, let God decide what He's going to do. Today, I would like that Mr. Ali, President of the Cooperative Republic of Guyana, start bulldozing land in the 3 counties. Build 150,000 houses. I mean a 3-bedroom, a living room, a kitchen. You can build it out of concrete, flat, and make space so they can build it later when they're ready. And every Guyanese who got a wife and 1 kid or maybe more must have their house first than a bachelor. A man marry and have his wife, he deserves his own house also. The oil and revenue campaign. Excuse me. But I do hope all over the world right now we shall lose all criminals from prison who murder people, because I don't know what name to call it. Because if you call what you're seeing in Israel a Holocaust, and you hear you're anti-Semitic, then you're anti towards what you're doing to people who kill people. And I'm not advocating for you to go there and kill nobody because you feel that I'm saying you must be free. Get it clear? Sometimes I ask, are we educated? Are we smart? What's going on? I think there should be a ceasefire. And those who are responsible, because since the 7th of October to now, we ain't seen none of Hamas members that get captured or get killed. But we heard they kill some and they capture some. It's a land. It's a question I ask every day. Sometimes your mouth could cause your death. And therefore, we are watching to see where this will go. Like I always say, there's good Jews, good Palestinians, they're good and bad in every nation. So why are we going to sit down and allow them to be killing somebody? And to be honest, the Arabs don't have a nice span of mixing with people, especially Saudi Arabia, Egypt, Libya, right now, exploiting African children and men who go there for work, and others. Beating them, and it's alleged even raping the women. But that's all right. The time will come. Nothing lasts forever. Today, it is very hurtful to see what's taking place, and we do nothing about it. Let's unite in Guyana, form a national front government, so we'll put an end to racism, that we can work together in love, peace, and harmony. And we want law. If you thief, cut your hands out. If you lie on somebody, cut your tongue out. And if you kill, depends how you kill. That must be a fair trial, because sometimes maybe somebody had hurt you and you wasn't getting justice, so you take the law in your own hand. Now I won't blame you for that, because a lot of police take side, lock up wrongful people, and judges and magistrates in Guyana do the same. So my friends, Guyana could be the paradise. Let's open up the door to Africa and India, where Guyanese begin. Ghana, India, China, Portugal, and elsewhere, but take care of those who first stand in our way to help us. And remember these words. India support Venezuela against Guyana. That was on the news. I am very sorry that I had to bring this message to you, but that's the truth. In the name of God Almighty, no race is better than another, and none are chosen. And I see now on Facebook, Christian and Hindus are arguing a Muslim scholar about religion. I think all of that must stop, man. Because all of you learn. One learn from the Quran, one learn from the Bible, one learn from the Ramayana. We only can accept what is truth. The Christians said the Bible is truth. Muslims said the Quran is truth. And Hindus said the Ramayana is truth. But once it's about God, leave it alone. They argue over nonsense. I am calling on the Guyana government, Mr. Ali, to do what is right for humanity. And let Guyana go forward. Nothing personal. Because too many things are happening in this world. And we can hold 40 million people. More, but we can start with 40. Call on the UN and the rest of the world to help. I want to make this clear, my friends. And today, I am very moved to see what is happening still in Palestine. No ceasefire. How could that be? Killing men and women, not even the grain of sand in their hand to fight back. And blaming Hamas. You're looking for them, no water, no food. Even shooting at the people with snipers? No. That's not human rights. Who's the troublemaker here? My friend, let me bring an end to this. I am your host, George Correa. Thank you for listening. If I offend y'all, I apologize. Thank you.